Hello and a warm welcome to this final version of SKAGEN TV this year. I'm joined by Investment Director Harald Espedal, and we're here to talk a bit about global equities and the outlook for next year. What do you think about global equities in 2014?
I'm fairly optimistic, and the reasons behind that is that I believe we will have somewhat stronger growth in 2014 than this year. More balanced growth. In addition, we will continue to have cost deflation, which will help corporate profits. So we will see fairly good development in corporate profits and earnings per share in 2014. In addition, this fairly modest growth will accumulate still a low interest rate environment, both in the short term and in the long term. And that will also help drive up inflow in the equity market and pricing of equities. What happened in 2013 is that after many years of convergence of pricing of equities, we've seen geographical divergence with US and Japanese stocks being significantly more expensive. And on the other hand of the scale, we've seen emerging markets stocks being less expensive and actually at levels now that is more connected with a bear market. I think at this stage in the global bull market of equities, we will see rotation geographically and sector rotation, which will balance out some of these significant differences in the pricing of equities globally.
2013 has been a fairly calm year in terms of fluctuations in the market. How do you predict 2014 will be in that respect?
I predict that we will have more volatility, and that perhaps we will have a decent correction in the equity prices for the first time in a long while. That is a part of the equity market, and I think that what we experienced in 2014 and to some extent also in 2012 was more the exception. We will see, I think, increased volatility, and especially connected if there are unexpected events taking place next year.
And one of the more expected events for next year is the tapering, the question of tapering. What's your take on that?
I think that it is fairly known and understood by investors, so it's not the black swan anymore, it's more white swan, to put it that way. And I see also that a rollback of quantitative easing could be combined with a commitment to low rates and maybe also negative rates like the ECB has opened up for. And in addition, I think, all in all, I think that will not be a significant risk factor next year.
Okay, so that's a bit overrated.
Yeah, overrated as a risk factor.
All right, okay. Let's have a look at the biggest threats next year. Where do you see them coming?
It will come from the possibility of unexpected fall in global economic growth. You could argue that will happen. It's certainly the possibility of that happen. As always, it's geopolitical risks. And also, if you counter to my belief, we'll have a significant upturn in the long end of the curve. We saw some reaction to the increase in the 10-year and 30-year bond yields in the US in May, June, and that stirred some correction in the market, and that will certainly happen also if that takes place in 2014.
Thank you very much, Harald. That's about it. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching.